What did you do with the days between Christmas and New Year last year? You wouldn't even be able to tell me. They were so unremarkable, you wasted them. And the reason you are wasting them is as follows. You're a dickhead, and you're an idiot. And because you're a dickhead, idiot, loser, piece of shit, scumbag, worm, a little worm in the dirt. And remember, worms have no weapons and no defense. And nobody likes worms. Nobody even writes stories about the courage of worms. You can be a lion and get assassinated by a poacher. But people will talk about how majestic the lion was. Nobody talks about how majestic the worm was. You're just in the dirt. Perhaps a bird will eat you. You're small and you're slimy. You're ugly.
Weak.
You don't even have a face.
No spine, which I think is the most telling feature of a worm. Because
Nice.
when I meet men, I use that term very loosely in the world, spineless is the word that I use to describe many, many people, Andrew. And worms, by definition, scientifically, have no spine. Trust the science.
You smell and you're ugly and you're stupid. Girls are not amazed by you. In fact, when a female's forced to lay her eyes upon you, she usually considers you staff. Do you work here? Can you get me a coffee? She doesn't look at you and beg for your sons. In fact, you have to talk to her and try and convince her you're worth talking to. Hey, I'll take you out.
I'm actually pretty funny.
Because you're a fucking dork. You're a nerd.
Have you seen last week's Doctor Who?
All of you watching this are losers.
Not everyone. There's 35,000 people here. Some of them are not losers. That can't be true.
You're all losers, and I'll tell you why. You're losers because you believe you can waste the following days between Christmas and New Year because you think, Tristan, these people at home think that they've had a hard year. I've worked hard this year, so I'm going to just relax until the new year. I've done enough work. I've had a really difficult time. In fact, I've achieved a lot.
Oh, you've had a difficult year. What's this?
It's the world's smallest violin.
Playing the world's saddest song. I've had a great year. You know what I was doing between the days of Christmas and New Year last year? You said you wouldn't remember what I was doing. I remember exactly what I was doing.
Jail!
Being arrested, being put in jail.
Now,
Productive.
if I were to ask you what you did this year, it would boil down to basically, I managed to pay my rent. I managed to eat food most days. I had a little bit of stinky puss.
A little bit.
From Mary Hobag.
Mary Jane Rottencrotch.
Mary Jane Rottencrotch.
With her pretty pink panties.
Sucked me off. And now I think I've achieved a lot this year. I even managed to save a little bit of money. You managed to find a place to sleep, eat,
stay warm,
and you did it for a whole year and you think you achieved things. Guess what else out there managed to stay alive for a year, stay warm, and eat and not die? A worm! Doesn't even have a face, living in the dirt. That's you. This is you. And then you want to tell me you've achieved things and you need a rest. You need a rest from this.
I sure had a rest last year. See what I did there?
You don't need days off. You've achieved nothing. You're a fuck up. Have you put a dent in the matrix like we have? No. Have you suffered in a Romanian jail cell like we have? No. Have you been through a lengthy judicial process? No. Have you birthed any more children? Have you started a billion-dollar company? Were you the most Googled man alive? No. You've done nothing. Nothing. You're a fuck up. And even after fucking up for a whole year, you think you need rest because you are a dickhead and a loser. You don't need rest. What you need is fucking work. You need it more than ever. You need it right now. Because your insignificance bothers me more than it even bothers you. For some reason, you're at home. You're insignificant. Nobody cares. Someone could break into your house right now and shoot you in the head. It wouldn't even be national headlines. They might mention there was page 8. There was a shooting. Some dude died. Who? Worm McWormington. With little nerdy worm.
Yeah,
got shot.
Yeah.
Over a Minecraft beef. Nobody cares.